The more Enoch thought about the mess he had made, the more he wanted to run away from it. He didn't want to be a professor. He didn't even want to be an adult. He was being weak, he knew, but he wanted to up and leave. That's what Granddad used to say when Enoch tried to argue some unfair house rule. "Don't like the way I'm raising you? Why don't you just up and leave then? Ain't nothing stopping you besides the screen door." He was afraid to do it, though. At times, it was tempting. He had had to protect his mother. Granddad had called his daughter whore instead of Suzette, and had only let her out of the house for church on Sunday. He hadn't known what Granddad would do to her if Enoch had gone. But the old man was 12 years dead. His mother had married a man who loved her the week after her father's funeral. Suzette was happy now, had a man who took care of her. Enoch called once a week to check on her, but he could do that anywhere. All he needed was a phone booth and some change. She wouldn't know the difference if he was careful what he said. He could still visit on Christmas and Easter. That was about as often as he saw her these days anyway. "I've got a good life now, Paul," she said when he asked her how she was doing. "It's okay. You can have one too." And he had tried. His entire waking life had been spent trying to get a good life. Enoch had auditioned for the role of the guy with the good life every year without fail, but he was always the understudy to an actor who never got sick. What frustrated him most was that he kept trying. He had graduated from high school as valedictorian. He had taught himself calculus in the summer from books borrowed from the community college so that he would know the math for his university classes. When he was young, Enoch had worked harder than any other student because he thought that would bring him a happier life when he was older. He had never looked up from his studies unless it was to work as a janitor to fund his education. He had thought it would all pay off in the end. Education. His teachers had said it would be his panacea, and he had been naive enough to believe them. Hell, they had taught him the words panacea and naive. Why shouldn't he have believed them?